Welcome to If This Bar Could Talk, a podcast about bartenders and the stories they have to tell, as well as the storied history of cocktails, spirits, and bars. I'm Blair Beavers, and here's your host, Leanne Sims.
Welcome, listeners, and we are here today at the beautiful Goodale Station Bar and Restaurant atop the Canopy Hotel in Columbus, Ohio. We are here talking to Colette Mihocik and Jordan Peoples. Guys, welcome to the podcast.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
So looking out, so we're on a rooftop. We have a beautiful view of the skyline of Columbus. How great is it to work here?
It's definitely a different experience than your typical bar. I mean, coming into work, you usually aren't ready, don't want to be there, but coming up here sometimes can change your attitude around. That's what I think.
So do you peer out into the skyline and just like get hypnotized by it, or are you over it at this point?
My favorite is when it storms, and you can see the lightning, and that's my favorite. And the sunsets up here are really beautiful also.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet. Tell us about you. Jordan, we'll start with you. How did you get into the business?
I first was really interested with bartending. I saw this bartender once on a cruise that me and my family would go on, and I ended up seeing him on 2 or 3 different cruises. And I was like, man, I want to do that. So I, of course, looked up bartending school when I was in California, went for a month, and then was like, this isn't what I need to do. So I got a bar backing job at a casino out in California where I was living at the time. And then just kind of grinded my way as a bar back there, moved back to Ohio, and this was the first job that I found.
So we've heard that from other people that they've started at a bartending school and they were like, this is really not. So the best way to learn then is just
100%
jumping in and doing it.
Yeah, definitely.
Colette, how about you? How'd you get started?
I started serving at an O'Charlie's, which is kind of like a corporate commercial steakhouse, when I was in college, and then I wasn't 21 yet, and then I graduated college and I started bartending at that job. I worked there for 3 years, and just started there, just same thing, jumped right into it. It was, a lot of frozen margaritas with the blenders. That's the worst. And nothing really fancy, but I decided I wanted to work, I got a job at Little Palace, and was my next bartending gig, and kind of just kept going from there.
So your menu here at Goodale Station, how much input do you have on the cocktail menu? How do you create your cocktail menu?
Pretty much it's seasonal, and we each get equal opportunity and input to, come up with drinks, and we'll test them out, have a trial. This last time, Billy had a panel come in and taste test, give us feedback and notes on fixing them.
Wait, what?
How do we sign up to be on?
I don't know. You gotta talk to Billy, I guess, for the next season.
So Billy is the general manager here?
Yeah, he's our bar manager.
Okay.
He gives us a lot of freedom to go and really create as freely as we can, and he always is the final check, final boss to get the drinks passed usually.
So then are you here before service, after service, developing your cocktails, or do you do it at home, or what do you usually do?
I'd say most of it's here because we have all the tools and supplies.
Yeah, we do have the freedom. If we want to have anything ordered, we can pretty much get it if it's in season, or a produce or a liquor or something we want to play with, we can get it ordered. And
so Colette, how many cocktails do you have on the current menu?
I have 3 on the current menu.
And you, Jordan?
I have 2.
So what inspired you? Tell me, what are your 3 cocktails first?
Mine is the rhubarb and rye, which is a strawberry rhubarb rye whiskey drink, and the garden variety, which is a vegetal vodka cocktail, and then the hot mama, which is a spicy passion fruit rum cocktail.
That sounds delicious.
I would say Colette's cocktails do so amazingly. Out of all of them, they're definitely some of our top 3s. And then I have the Lone Wolf, which is a lemongrass Japanese Roku Gin infusion.
Oh, that's the one we had in the cocktail tour. Okay,
Right, yep.
That was very good.
Mm-hmm. There was that one, and then the other one was our Equinox, which is a grilled pineapple syrup and then a toasted black peppercorn infused tequila.
So do you look into the flavor Bible, or how do you start your process? Do you start with a spirit, or do you start with an ingredient?
Definitely the flavor Bible, I think, is a good thing. Just flip through and you kind of see stuff and it's like, oh, it pairs with this. And you're like, oh, that's interesting. And I like to try to, like, push myself to, like with the vodka cocktail I have on the menu. Like, I don't even really enjoy drinking vodka drinks, but I just want to, try to do something different that's outside of my own personal taste, I guess.
I'll pull a lot of inspiration from like YouTube or Instagram. I follow a few like cocktail accounts, and I like to start with an ingredient a lot of times, just something different or a different syrup. But there's never really a set starting point. You kind of sometimes just get an idea.
Well, you mentioned the grilled pineapple. So what made you decide to use that ingredient?
In the cocktail codex, I saw a pineapple syrup, and then there was another, I think, grilled fruit syrup, and I was really wanting to do a pineapple cocktail, and I was really thinking about it with the black pepper, like kind of just like being at a cookout in the springtime, and just all those different types of flavors that you can get from the cocktail.
How exciting is it for you when a new spirit comes to town? We've said on our podcast many times, we're in Ohio, where we're a controlled state, so we don't get a lot of things that other markets get. How exciting is it for you to get like a new tequila or some mezcal? I know we have more mezcals on the market now. Is that like super exciting?
I mean, I love it when we grow our mezcal collection. Billy's been really good about getting more mezcals, which I love mezcal, which I love all the things I've been seeing online as like make mezcal,
make tequila mezcal,
tequila mezcal again, yeah.
And I was never really a tequila drinker. How you said you made a vodka cocktail, I really would rarely drink tequila, but here I am drinking some right now. But yeah, just doing something different. And even up here being so like highly bourbon, like I was never really into bourbon before working here, so getting something new is kind of just teaching me more and more every time we have a different spirit. So that's also cool.
So fun. So you are a cocktail or a hotel bar. So I assume you see a lot of different people from all around the country, the world. Mm-hmm. Pretty interesting
sure.
Clientele.
Yeah, everybody usually has their own story, and you can kind of pick out the people at the bar who are staying in the hotel rather than out for a good night. Like, they're kind of more quiet, have their business in town, and just really want to come in and have a cocktail and drink up here.
What's your favorite thing to drink?
Fernet.
Yeah. Well, we have a cocktail on the menu right now called the Industry Sour, and it's essentially equal parts Fernet, green chartreuse, lime juice, and simple syrup, and it's like kind of like a sweet tart. I like Fernet, and I like things that are like sour and bitter and have a lot of flavor to them, honestly. Like I like alcohol. I don't like sweet alcohol. I like alcohol that mezcal, like really smoky and intense. I like
things with character.
Yeah.
So Fernet is interesting. We love bringing the public into the bartending world, and so at our last cocktail convention, at the end of the night, we gave everybody shots of Fernet because we're like, this is what bartenders do, and so there were a lot of mixed reactions. It's I think it's an acquired taste,
definitely.
But it's very interesting.
The industry folks all appreciate it, though.
A bartender's handshake, I've heard it called.
I like that.
Yeah. I don't know. I like Amaros, and I am a whiskey drinker also, but Amaros, things that are herbal, and I'm dipping my toes into like the rum world a little bit. I like having a newfound appreciation for rum. I've taken like one sort of like tasting class on it like years ago, so know a lot of things, but like I didn't retain it. But like sugarcane spirits are really interesting. We have the caipirinha on the menu right now, which is made with cachaça.
That's a great summer cocktail.
Yeah, it is. It's really good.
Do you have any fun stories to share about your time here at Goodale Station?
We met Murr from Impractical Jokers.
That was really cool.
Like
We're all
the
really
show
excited
Impractical
about that.
Jokers. It's like on True TV. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
My mom and her husband like have cable, so whenever I go to her house, like they love watching it.
Have you guys seen the show?
No.
It's like four dudes who are friends, and they like a live comedy.
Yeah.
Like they
have to
do
deal
a
with the other
scenario
people
with
telling
strangers,
you.
and they're like pranking people or a joke, But he was touring, and he stayed at the hotel, and he came up here. That was pretty cool.
Did you know who he was immediately?
Oh, we knew he was in the hotel. And we were like, and we heard he's coming up here, and so we were like all waiting. And one of the cooks in the back was like, "Let me know when he's here," and he got a picture with him.
That's so funny.
You did
Yeah, he
get
was-
a picture with
That's
him?
one
I
regret.
didn't, but he did.
I didn't
Oh.
know.
I was trying to play it cool, and then he like left when I was like not up here.
Yeah, I mean,
And I
a
was
cool
like,
bartender image.
I don't know. Like meeting celebrities, I don't want to be like all over them.
Yeah.
Like, I was like nervous. It's like, but yeah, it was
You were
pretty cool.
starstruck.
I think that's normal.
So, what do you say to people who don't think of bartending as quote a real job?
You can give it a shot, or actually go to a few cocktail bars and watch through and through for some. Like you have to really sit there for quite some time and pay attention to how much the bartenders are doing, and even ask them questions about how they prepare for service, or even the after service, the wear down, and all that. Like it's a job for sure.
Yeah, I think there's so much more that goes into it than just slinging drinks. Like you have to be good at multitasking. You have to be personable. You have to be able to work under pressure, and like there's so many actual like real world like attributes at being a bartender that like you need really for any job.
Well, not only that, there's the whole creative side.
Yeah.
So really, you're really well-rounded individuals. I mean, like you said, you have to multitask, you have to talk, and still measure in your head, and then you have to be fast on your feet to get the orders out, and then you also have to spend time creating all these amazing cocktails. And you're creating an experience for every single person that comes to your bar. So
Right.
And kind of setting the stage if they want to come back or not. Exactly.
Yeah, that's pretty incredible. I mean, just the creative process in itself is always just so amazing to me. Just the time that you guys spend creating your cocktails.
Yeah, that's honestly my favorite part about it is because I feel like there's always something to learn. Like there's always something new to learn, and
Even the history, or just where spirits come from.
There's so much history and things people have tried and different riffs and stuff like that. That's my favorite part about it. I was like a bar manager at a restaurant called the Market Italian Village, and we had a no menu Monday concept where every Monday it was like the head chef would like make a menu on the fly pretty much for that day, and I would make a cocktail menu on the fly like before I came in for my shift. And so it was a lot of like vermouth and sodas, and I was like looking through books and like really doing a lot of classics, and but at the same time like I started making like shrubs and trying to like experiment with like and that was like a great way for me to test out a cocktail on a no menu Monday if I was like making a certain ingredient during the week, and I was like, oh, I can make this cocktail. And I don't do a lot of that anymore here because this is a very, very prep intensive job. Like,
What does that mean?
Like we do a lot of juicing. We make all the syrups here. We make fresh juice. All our juices are like pretty much juiced every single day, and a lot of
batching.
a lot of setup, making garnishes and infusions, and so there's just like always a lot to do when we get here. But I I just have had a background, I guess, as a bar manager at another restaurant, making cocktails and doing a lot of like studying classics and looking through books. And we do have resources here to look through, like on downtime, or like if we know there's like a seasonal menu change coming up, we'll kind of crack into it and start writing stuff down.
Bounce ideas off of each other.
Yeah, try stuff out. We'll be like, try this.
Are any of the cocktails on your menu pre-batched, or are they just everyone knows and has to learn how to make each one?
So a lot of them are pre-batched, but not totally. So we keep out like a lot of the juices and syrups out of our cocktails, but most of the spirits and infusions are already batched together. And then we'll add whatever else complements the cocktail, like the syrups or, like I said, juices and garnishes and herbs.
When you juice your fruit, like lime juice, lemon juice, how long does that keep?
Like we use it for 3 days max.
3 days, and then you're like, it's done.
Yeah, but it usually does. Lime juice doesn't lasting that long.
You go through it pretty quick.
We're pretty much going through all the lime juice and grapefruit juice because a lot of people are drinking Palomas right now.
So we've heard a lot of bartenders say that basically everything is a riff off of like 4 or 5 classic cocktails.
Yeah.
Is it ever do you ever think about what if you create the next classic cocktail? Like, what if you create something that people were riffing off of for the next 50 years? Do you ever think about that?
No, I haven't, but
I
I feel like that would
haven't
be pretty hard because you can sometimes relate each cocktail to one of those 5, but that's also just like really broad 5 different cocktails. So
It's pretty incredible to think, though,
Yeah.
that,
Sneak in
you know,
a
back
new
in the
category.
1800s, you know, they invented these cocktails that you're still riffing off of today. I think you guys could do it. You're going to create the next classic cocktail that sets the stage for future cocktails.
Well, I think tried and true is kind of a, you know, if it's I love riffing though. Like I love the idea of riffing on a drink. It's like what is it? Great artists don't copy, they steal. You just
I have not heard that.
I like that. That's fun.
And kind of what you're drinking now is a riff.
yeah.
Changing the base.
Yeah, I wonder what it'd be like with mezcal. We just got it with regular tequila.
Ooh, that's a good
Yeah.
idea.
Okay, yeah, that would actually
Smoky
be really
along
good.
with. Yeah, I bet.
Yeah,
that
it's
would be
pretty.
great.
This is pretty spicy batch. I made the Bloody Mary batch. It's like
I like it.
we start with like a stout tomato, like it's kind of like a pre-made Bloody Mary thing, but then I put dill in it, sriracha, horseradish,
Garlic
lemon.
powder.
You doctor it up.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a pretty spicy batch. It's
I
pretty
like
good.
it though.
I think Bloody Mary should be spicy for sure.
So I always think that, you know, since you're a hotel, you're a corporate entity, and so your hands are kind of tied based on the corporate guidelines. So is that not the case here? It sounds like it's not.
Well, it is, but it's not as prominent as like my first job was like a corporate chain. This is the only other job I've worked that's been a corporation, like a big business. But I feel like our staff is so small. Like really, the higher ups don't really come in that often, and when they do, they don't really like talk to us. And I feel like, you know, it's a pretty intimate setting with us and the servers and the managers. Like we're all on the floor together, so it doesn't really feel that way, honestly.
Like we all like really seem to like we do care about this job, and we want to give good service, and we love having Chef and his team in the back. Like they easily inspire
in the kitchen.
us like every day to like we come in, start opening, and we see them back there prepping and everything. So it's kind of like just working together and keeping one another up.
So how much do you collaborate with your chef? At all, if at all?
I'll ask them a lot of questions. I'm pretty close with our sous chef Mitch as well, and I'll bounce any ideas off of them. And I'm really Like, I love food also, so I'm always asking them what they're making or what's that, can I try that? So
Tell us your hours and your happy hour if you have one.
So Goodale Station is open at 4 o'clock Monday through Saturday, and we have brunch on Sundays from 10 to 3 now. Our happy hour is from 4 to 6.
Monday through Friday.
Monday through Friday, yeah.
Anything special on your happy hour?
It's 40% off
Wow.
select food, beer, wine, and some classic
I
cocktails.
think there's some food items on the happy hour also that aren't on.
They're not on the main menu. Yeah, and there's a chef snack. It's something different every day.
Thank you so much for being our guest today. Thank you for taking time.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Listeners, please rate, review, and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram at Seabus Craft Cocktail Tour. Visit our website at columbuscraftcocktailtour.com for cocktail tour dates, women and whiskey tastings, special events, merchandise, and if you're looking for a gift for that special person in your life, get them a gift card to our cocktail tour. Thank you to the biographer for our original music. And please remember to drink responsibly and be cocktail curious. Cheers.
This has been a Last Call Productions production.